Cheer. You guys are now rocking with the best. You're listening to the Crime Pays podcast. It's your host, Mr. Sanchez. I got my co-host with me, Young Glizzy.
Yeah.
And we're here on January 21st, 2025, and America is officially great again. Yeah, bro. It was a beautiful week in social media.
Yeah, not on Threads. It was a sad day for Threads.
Threads is there's a bunch of sweetie pies on Threads, huh?
Yeah, dude.
A bunch of marshmallow soft mofos on there.
Yeah, because you know why? Because Elon Musk started supporting Trump, so they left Twitter and they started supporting Threads.
Ah, okay.
That's why.
Yeah, so there was a lot of emotions on there.
Yeah. A lot of Biden's
a lot of
economy,
sugar plums crying.
A lot of lies.
Okay, all right.
Biden's economy was the greatest, so when the economy goes up, just know it was Biden. That was one of the threads. I was like, that's so retarded. That doesn't even make sense.
I love it, man. I love to see them. I love to see them cry and squirm and make posts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's the best. I love it. Yeah, because
I get mad.
Everything they do now,
them and I get mad.
Yeah, everything they do now has no consequences because Trump's not up for re-election. So you can make 100 negative posts. You're not going to change public opinion about it. You're just crying, and it makes me feel better inside.
And I think more people are lighting up towards Trump, knowing that he can't run again. Like they're just like, okay, fine, you know, like like a lot of celebrities I've seen came out.
Dude, I don't think I don't think we're ever gonna see anything like it ever again.
No, not in our lifetime.
Nah, that was a crazy story.
Yeah,
the Donald Trump biopic's gonna be lit.
Yeah, and it's gonna be unbelievable. Also. It's going to be like, wow, it's like when you're in history class and you heard shit and you're like, what? They were doing that? And you're going to, just like how we look back at the Kennedy story, you're going to look back at the Trump story.
Yeah, for sure.
They made him a legend.
Facts. Well, yeah, he made himself a legend, but.
That's true.
Yeah, man, it was the greatest comeback story I've ever seen, bro. And it played out in front of my eyes. It was great.
It was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I'm very proud of America. You know what I'm saying? Very proud of the voters. I'm proud of J.D. Vance. You know what I mean? I'm proud of Donald Trump and everybody that stood by and supported it and wasn't afraid to talk about it when it was frowned upon.
Yeah.
Right? Because when we restarted the pod, it wasn't popular to talk how we were talking.
It was not,
and wear our hats and say our opinions. You know
it honestly wasn't popular when we first started the pod. We started as a hip hop pod, and then we needed to talk about. Then Trump was running for president, and we started our little podcast, and we started talking shit and speaking that red pill stuff when it really wasn't popular.
Yeah.
Like there was no one popular doing it. True. Not like now. Now you have Andrew Tate, you got Sneeko, you got a bunch of people that do it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm happy, bro. It's a bright future. I like what I see so far. I saw yesterday was the inauguration.
Yeah.
Did a bunch of executive orders. Some of them were hidden. You know what I mean?
Some of them were lit.
What'd you think of the inauguration speech?
I fell asleep halfway through it. Bro, I'm not a long speech kind of guy, but I got to hear a little bit, and I liked it.
I mean, it was very, monotone and very, down to business. You know what I mean? Sometimes, the politicians are going to politic. You know what I mean? They're gonna prepare for the speech. They're going to work on their hand movements so they can look a certain way and project a certain image. And he kind of had a no bullshit kind of thing. He was like, yo, look, we're going to come in here. We're going to do this. We're going to do that.
We're going to fix everything.
F who don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, bro. And it was cool, and it was kind of dark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's coming to do business. Dude.
Yeah.
That's the energy
that's what
I got.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted that because, bro, they passed the other side, crossed the line, nasty. You know what I'm saying? Nasty style. We're talking about calling the man Hitler. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put him in jail for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? I'm not built like that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if you actively trying to put me in jail for the rest of my life, I know it's politics and all that, but like, I can't be in the same room with you or shake your hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, what's crazy is because of their antics, he was almost assassinated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Was, forget jail, almost assassinated. Dude.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. But, you know, I guess he is playing politics, and hopefully he goes after them as hard as they went after him. You feel me?
Yeah, he will.
Yeah. You saw Biden. He pardoned his whole family.
During the inauguration speech, he pardoned his whole family,
and not a peep from the left. Not a peep about it. I remember when Trump never said that he was going to pardon his sons. They said he was going to pardon his sons, right? And they made a big thing about it. And he's going to pardon himself before he leaves. So, and he's going to pardon his sons before they leave. It was a big controversy. That shit made headlines. And now when Biden did that shit, they didn't say nothing about it.
No. Quiet.
You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I hope that we get everything we voted for.
Yeah. His son got a free get out of jail free card.
But Punter always knew he was going to do it. That's why he did it.
Yeah.
He knew who his dad was, dude. He said, I got a free pass to do whatever I want. So I'm gonna go to take money in Ukraine. I'm gonna take money from China. I'm gonna smoke crack. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna do the nasty shit on camera with the women that I did. You know what I mean? And because he knew at the end of the day he was untouchable, and it's true, he is. Yeah. He bought same shit Kodak went to jail for, lying on a gun application. He did it, bought the gun, did something with the gun, threw it in the trash, got caught, and then never served a day in jail. You know what I'm saying? So he knew he was untouchable from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy.
It really is.
That is crazy. What else, dude? What was some of the executive orders you were a fan of, dude? I
was a fan of the January 6th one, and I was a fan of the gender one.
All right, let's stop at the January 6th one. I'm super hyped about the January 6th. Yeah, so I'm so glad that they got to come home. So many of them were being held without bond. You know what I'm saying? Under the Patriot Act. The Patriot Act says that if you're a domestic terrorist, you have no due process. Like you don't have to go to court. You don't have to get a trial.
You see, I did not know that. So when you told me that they didn't have a trial, I was like, "What is that? This is America." But now I understand.
Yeah, like you lose your rights. You're a terrorist in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have no rights. You don't have to go to court. You don't have to do shit. They could just throw you in a dungeon forever.
That's crazy.
That's what they were doing, to some of them. Some of the people never saw 3-4 years. They never saw a court date. So,
yeah. And now they're out. And then during his signing of that executive order, one of the press people, that she asked him a conversation, and she's like, and you don't think, what about the ones that hurt officers? You don't think they should be punished? And he kind of spilled off the officer part, but he was like, and don't you think they've been punished?
Yeah,
I think all of them have been punished. 3 years.
You're talking about the reporter to ask Trump if he doesn't think that they should be
punished.
Okay, I understand.
And then he said, yeah, they've been punished. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. And now the pardon, you have Enrique Tarrio. He's the black Cuban who is the leader of the Proud Boys.
Yeah, I didn't know about that one.
He got 22 years in prison, and they let him go. Shout out to him. I'm glad he's coming home.
What'd they throw him in prison for?
All right, basically. What they said is that he had orchestrated some of the January 6th stuff. They got him on cell phone text messages, something like that, and he had like AR mags on him. You know what I'm saying? But where they caught, because he wasn't even in Washington, he was like in another state. You feel me? So when the feds raided his shit over the text messages or whatever, they found some AR mags. Now, he's the leader of the Proud Boys, right? So he was selling AR mags that had the Proud Boy logo on it. You know what I'm saying? Like they designed the mag and they were selling it. Like merch, shirts, hats, stuff like that. Now, some of them were AR mags, AR-15 mags. So and they were like 30-round mags. And in that state, they were only allowed to have 10-round mags. So he caught like a felony for like every mag. You know what I'm saying? And they were just mad at him. You know what I mean? Now, I get a lot of flack for being an Enrique Tarrio supporter or whatever, because people that they've heard of Proud Boys or them, you know what I'm saying? They come up with this preconceived notion that they're a white nationalist organization. You know what I mean? And that's not the case, because the freaking leader is a black Cuban from Miami. You know what I'm saying? Plus, if you have watched him in podcasts and you watch that you know, if you watch him speak, I've never heard him say a racist thing. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of, when everybody's like, yo, you're a racist, you're this, you're that, all right, let me hear it. Like, just because you tell me somebody's a racist or somebody's this, somebody's that, I need to see it for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I make my own decision. And from what I understand, the Proud Boys were fighting back against Antifa. You know what I'm saying? That's when I first heard about them. They were like the defense from Antifa. Antifa was rioting and going into cities and burning them down. You know what I'm saying? They were beating people up. They were macing people. They were pulling people out of cars, beating them up. You know what I mean? So whenever Antifa would plan a riot or a rally, the Proud Boys started showing up. So, and they started fighting. There's like videos of them fist fighting. You know what I mean? And Antifa was getting the worst of it. They were getting their ass kicked by these guys, because these guys were patriots who work out. They're big. Some of them are ex-cops, firefighters. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are just, you know, people that are not.
Yeah.
People are just going to stand up to you. They don't like bullies. You know what I mean? So that's always how I seen them. Now, I don't know the man personally. Maybe there's things I don't know about him. You know what I'm saying? But from what I saw, I didn't see that. I just saw him as somebody who was standing up for his country. You know what I'm saying? From people being oppressive towards them.
Yeah.
So that's what I saw. So I was like, I never condemned them to being racist. Now, are there some Proud Boys that are racist? I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? Are there some people who went to Antifa events that aren't communist, Marxist, violent, pedophile criminals? I'm sure there are a lot of them in Antifa, but I'm sure a lot of them aren't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in every organization, there's racists.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
In Republicans, there's racist people in the Republican Party. In Democrat, there's racist people in the Democratic Party. There's racist people all over the world. So I'm glad that, you know, 22 years for some text messages. I don't know.
That's wild.
I just think that he just had a mark on his back because he was outspoken, and he was standing up. You know what I'm saying? And I think he was part of like Latinos for Trump on the chair.
Yeah.
But he's home. The dude from the Oath Keepers, he got a pardon. I don't know. He looks kind of crazy. He has an eye patch or whatever. From what I understand, the Oath Keepers are feds themselves. Like they're like retired. They're retired police officers and shit like that. So whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, the other dude who got pardoned was the dude from Silk Road. What's his name? Gary Oldrich or some shit like that. Yo, that was.
I wasn't familiar.
That was crazy.
You told me about.
No,
him. Ross
Ulbricht, founder of Silk Road. You remember Silk Road? They were like a marketplace on the dark web. Early. This dude was like a hacker. This guy Ross, whatever. He was a hacker, and he made an eBay for like illegal shit. You know what I mean? So his crime was a non-violent crime. You know what I mean? They say that there was like murder for hire that you could have bought, but there is no evidence that anybody ever got killed. But he was like the first one that made a
lot of people on the black market, dude. They also scam with that murder for hire thing.
Yeah.
So like you pay them and then they just don't do nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
I wouldn't know, dude. How do you know, dude?
YouTube infograph show. That's how I know.
Yeah. But yeah, like I didn't know about Silk Road until it was finished. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know about it until today when you told me.
Yeah.
Like I did. Like,
I mean, plus, well, this is Miami. This is Vice City, dude. Like anything that you can buy on Silk Road, like you could buy it in this city.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And honestly, like when you explain his crime a little better because you know.
Okay, so basically, he made a forum. Right? Like a website, like an eBay. Imagine an eBay, a marketplace on the dark web. So you would have to know how to get on the dark web, which is a mission in itself, right?
Yeah.
Then you go on that website and they're selling all kinds of shit. They're selling fucking drugs, weapons, mushrooms, whatever you want to sell on there that's illegal, you can sell it. And they were taking Bitcoin. We're talking Bitcoin back in the days, like when nobody knew what Bitcoin was. So he was kind of a trailblazer in that sense. You know what I mean?
Making money.
Yeah. I don't think that he shouldn't have gone to jail because he wasn't really like making a profit off of it so much as he was the
founder,
the architect who designed it. You know what I mean? But I think he should have, gotten in trouble, but not 2 life sentences. You know what I'm saying? So that was another pardon. I don't know. Julian Assange. I don't know why he hasn't got a pardon yet.
Julian Assange.
Assange, yeah. He was the dude who designed Wikipedia.
Oh yeah.
And he did WikiLeaks, and he put out some sensitive information. He was a journalist. You know what I mean? They threw him in jail. I don't know why he hasn't been pardoned yet.
Yeah, he didn't get pardoned.
Yeah. But
another one of my favorite one was the gender one, because that was going to become confusing, especially in my line of work. You know what I mean? Where, like women aren't allowed inside the building in case of certain things.
No.
And that shit was becoming a problem for me with people saying they identify as a male. I didn't really know what the hell to do when people say that. And then men walking in the women's bathroom to see the entertainers and saying they identify as a male, and then we kick them out. And so it was getting complicated for me. So now him signing that executive order saying he only the United States only recognizes female and male is kind of a nice relief on my brain.
I mean, the whole thing is silly, to be honest.
Yeah,
right?
and I don't understand it.
It's silly. It's silly, dude. Look, you're either a man or you're a woman.
Yeah.
Right? And you're either gay or you're not gay, or some people want to be women and they're actually men, right? And this isn't new. This has been going on forever.
Yeah.
This has been going on since back way before our lifetimes.
During the Romans.
Men have been dressing up like women. Women have been dressing up like men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that this whole thing might be like a government psyop to just make people feel oppressed because they needed to make a new class of people to be oppressed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do think a biological man shouldn't be in no woman's sports. A biological man should not be in a woman's prison. A biological man should not be in a woman's bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not safe for biological women.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Point made, bro. That's it.
They put biological men in a prison. What happened? Girls get raped. I'm not making that up. Google it. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Girls start getting raped in prison. You put biological men in sports and they start beating up girls, knocking them out, breaking records. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair. You put biological men in bathroom with people's daughters, that's an uncomfortable situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be that way. So that's how I see it. I'm glad that, they just put an end to that shit already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was getting
You're
confusing.
You're still free to be a tranny, a transsexual. You still can put your pumps on at night and put lipstick on and be who you want to be. This is still America. You know what I'm saying? But the law doesn't have to recognize you as being something that you're not. So I'm glad with that. And what about the Gulf of America, dude?
What do you mean?
All right, so there's the Gulf of Mexico, right? And now it's on the news that Trump wants to make it the Gulf of America. And everybody's like, oh my God, criticizing him. Like, why does he want the Gulf of America? Because, bro, when you go to drill for oil, right, you have to, when you go into the Gulf of Mexico to get oil, now you're offshore drilling as far as you're looking for oil internationally. It's a different law than if you call it the Gulf of America and say it's our shit. Now you're looking for oil domestically. So that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing in Greenland, he's just trying to get over there to stop the Russians from getting over there or the Chinese from getting over there.
You're talking about with the river, right?
I'm talking about Greenland. So that's why he wants Greenland. It's just a matter of national security.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think, I understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't. Explain it to me, please.
All right, so basically he wants to take over Greenland because Greenland is close to the United States, and it would be an asset for Russia or China. It's kind of like Puerto Rico or Cuba.
Oh, so he's trying to get him to be a part of the United States.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Now I comprehend. I also know he did that Canada thing where he was talking to Canada, joking around with
but at the end of the day, he's not going to be able to take over Greenland. You know what I'm saying?
He's not going to get Canada.
He's not going to be able to get Canada. But it is cool that he's talking about American expansion because Russia is actually doing Russian expansion.
Exactly.
And China is actually doing
China expansion.
So we got to do it too, as you know what I'm saying? Now, how are we going to do it? See, I think it's a good deal for whoever wants to get in on it, right? Because if you're Greenland, I don't know how good your life is over there or what kind of rights you have, but we come with prosperity and rights, you know what I mean? Especially people in Canada who have been, living under almost communism for a little while. But, there's Canadians that take offense to that. They don't want to be American. They're Canadians. They're happy Canadians. You know what I mean? But they were just depending on us too much. So Trump was like, yo, if you can't handle your own budget, then become part of the United States and shut up.
And I like how he's telling NATO that they got to put their fair share in. And that way we're not putting in 100% of the money.
Yeah, for sure. And then you got the Panama Canal. That's a power move
That's
there.
what I was talking about. That's why I was confused on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the power.
The Panama Canal, basically, we gave that to Panama. Panama is now being controlled by the Chinese.
Yeah.
So he wants to take that back because, fuck the Chinese,
Fuck them.
What about TikTok, dude? That was a crazy roller coaster for a lot of people.
Yo, I thought I wouldn't give up about it, but turns out that one of the editing softwares I use is CapCut, and that's linked to TikTok. So when it got blocked for like maybe 24 hours, I didn't have CapCut to edit videos. Like I like using a lot of the effects on there. So I'm glad it's back.
Yeah. It was cool how it came back because TikTok is like a home base for all anti-Trumpers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's a bunch like that app has flipped Americans crazy.
Well, on the contrary, I became more red-pilled watching TikTok.
How exactly?
Yeah, because they put a lot of clips of Trump on there, and Andrew Tate blew up on TikTok. See?
Yeah. So you saw pro-Trump content on TikTok a lot?
Constantly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's probably how he got the young vote. Yeah. And during his signing of those executive orders, they asked him about TikTok, and he said that TikTok is probably one of the main reasons he got the younger vote.
All right. Well, when TikTok first came out, it was like super left.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I think happened? I think that once Trump lost, right? Once Trump lost and Biden took in and he started signing the paperwork, the laws into effect that was going to ban TikTok, I think TikTok tweaked the algorithm to go pro-Trump. And that's why he got a lot of the young vote.
That's a possibility. What they don't have is they don't have free speech on that app at all.
Yeah.
Like, if I say the word bitch or if you hit the vape on the fucking TikTok, they take your video out.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been a huge fan of TikTok.
Instagram does the same thing now because Zuckerberg always steals his ideas. So, so I'm mostly on Instagram now.
All right. That's cool. Trump said that he was going to protect free speech and the government was not going to get involved in social media sites as far as censoring them, which that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Zuckerberg said the same thing. Let's see if this pod does any better on Facebook this week.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Zuckerberg's doing it. I know because I've been talking shit on Instagram, and it seems like I'm not shadow banned no more because people are messaging me now. I'm getting likes.
Yeah.
I'm getting views. So I think he actually did flip.
I've been watching some of your content you've been making lately. I saw you kind of went in on the OnlyFans girls.
Yeah, I go in on the OnlyFans girls.
Why?
One, it's entertaining.
Okay.
Two, I don't agree with their, I guess you would call it a movement.
How they move?
I don't agree with their movement. The whole facade of their OnlyFans like business mogul movement. Business mogul.
All right. And what don't you agree with? What's your major beef with it?
I don't think that we should be teaching young women to show their pussies online to make money.
That's facts.
Yeah. And I think it's wrong. And even though I'm sort of kind of in that line of work, I wouldn't like it if, I don't think no one would like it if I was teaching all your kids to get into the line of work I'm in.
But I don't think OnlyFans teaches kids to get. I don't think they push it. But tell me,
how does it, dude? All right, so I think
I see your point.
Yeah.
They don't push it. They don't push it.
They've been pushing it.
Nah, they don't. OnlyFans don't push their shit on kids. That's
OnlyFans doesn't push it.
But let me tell. But
their actors.
But let me tell you what I think you're talking about. So, because it happens to me, right? Like I'll be scrolling and I'll see a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? And she's living this jet set lifestyle, jewelry, Bentleys, flights. She's in Jamaica 1 week. She's in Paris the next week. She's in a bikini. Here's the link to my OnlyFans. Boom. Right? So you're like, okay, you know what it is. You know, it's an OnlyFans girl. And it came across my feed. I didn't do it. Now, if you're a broke young girl from the hood, right? And you might not have a dad in your life, or you might be going through something, but you're an attractive girl, you see this and you go, wow. And then you hear the numbers, right? Like what Bad Baby make like $80 million on that shit, like in a year. You know what I'm saying? And it's real. It's real as far as you know an OnlyFans girl. Personally, I know an OnlyFans girl personally. You know what I'm saying? Well, not necessarily. Not personally, but I've been around them from work or whatever. So it's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the mixtape for girls, right? It's like the podcast for girls. Like every dude is trying to be a rapper and blow up, right?
Exactly.
But girls want to make an OnlyFans and blow up if they're attractive and they could do it, right?
Now, exactly. Now,
so
just like
that's what they'll reach for, because it could be, if they just, you know, they might not want to be a sex worker, but they can be, and they don't have to go to school and get into debt and do all this thing. And dudes are constantly in their DMs. You know, and they post lustful images, and they got lustful men coming back. You know what I mean? So I can see how it gets promoted on Instagram, but just because it's the engagement of the beautiful girl. Beautiful girls have a hack for social media. But if you're a hot chick, you don't have to make the best content. You don't have to do nothing. You just have to show your pretty self, and your numbers are going to be astronomical.
Well, they promote it.
Who does?
So Bop House, Blonde House, like these are houses with OnlyFans models in it, and their whole base is we're OnlyFans models, and it's like it's kind of like the Wu-Tang Clan of OnlyFans. Now Wu-Tang, yeah, you could say they're not promoting being a gangster, they're promoting making music, but they're promoting gangsterism. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just like these girls are promoting OnlyFanism.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, but now check this out, right? This is where I can counter you on that. Okay. Now, gangster rappers, right, are marketing gangster rap to mostly men and some women like it.
Yeah.
Right? Mostly men, though, right? OnlyFans girls are marketing their shit to who? Men. 100%.
Well, hold on.
I don't think women buy a lot of OnlyFans.
Now, do you know about the Bob House or the Blonde House?
I don't know.
You know how I learned about it?
No.
From a girl at work, a young girl, and my girl. That's how I learned about it, because they're entertaining, right?
Yeah.
They entertain the women. Now, how they get the men is by getting the women, right? So their strategy now is like they promote and they have fun and they show these lavish lifestyles and tell the women, you could be a part of this lifestyle. Start an OnlyFans, and then you send in your application, and we'll see if we invite you to the Bop House. So you could be a part of our organization. Yeah, so sell your pussy for take a picture of your pussy, put it on live, take a picture, and come over here and we'll make you rich.
Yeah.
Same kind of ordeal, right?
In a way, I mean, yeah, I could see that. But I could see like the positive in it also. It's kind of like,
I see no positive in it.
I'll tell you why. Because if you wanted to get into porn, right? You used to have to sign a bad deal with a porn company, right? Where they would make all the money and you wouldn't get shit out of it besides being famous. And then how would you make money off of that? They would give you pennies off of the movies they sold and the memberships they sold. They would give you like $1,500 for a movie, and that was it. That's all you ever got off of the movie. You know what I mean? So OnlyFans now makes it direct to consumer, right? So now she's getting all the money for her work, and they cut the porn company out, which I believe were like predatory companies.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me? So if you're already a grown adult, right, and you've already come to your mind, I'm going to do this porn thing, and I'm going to do it on my own terms, and I'm going to benefit from it 100%, then I think that's a good thing as far as for that individual person, because they're already going to do it. They're just signing a better deal, and they're being independent about it.
Exactly.
Right? Now, that's just looking at it from a business sense. That doesn't mean I agree with it. That doesn't mean I think God agrees with it. Doesn't mean I think it's morally right. I wouldn't want my daughter to do that.
Yeah, that's where I'm coming from.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want my sister to do that. You know what I mean? But people are going to do it regardless of what I think.
Now, yeah, you know people are going to do it regardless. Yeah. But whether or not, did kids not become more gangster involved when hip hop became big?
I would say that hip hop music had a negative effect on me when I was a kid.
I think OnlyFans models are having a negative effect on. But
I think I was like a young and impressionable kid, and
women are young and impressionable.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm trying to say is like, hip hop doesn't do that to every kid. It just did that to me.
Hip hop did it to me, and I'm a good kid.
Like, that's not true. I
listen to NBA YoungBoy, and I'll go to school, and I'll be like, bump people for no reason.
You've never been arrested in your whole life
because I'm a good kid.
That's what I'm saying.
But I did think I was a gangster, dude. Like, you know, that didn't
until it was time to do something gangster, and then you were like, "I'm a good kid." You know what I'm saying? So it didn't do it to you. I really did it.
Yeah.
Like I really did stupid, bad things, dude. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've put myself in bad situations because of my decisions based off of my role models at the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
you had a good dad too.
Yeah, I did have a dad in my life, so that helped out a lot.
Yeah, maybe if he wasn't around, maybe you would have gone the other way. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you for having a good dad.
Yeah, but I think OnlyFans models and the way they're promoting themselves now, and they're starting like the Bob House, the Blonde House, and all that shit. I find it entertaining, but I could see the negative effect already about to happen.
I'm trying to meet an OnlyFans girl, dude. You know what I'm saying?
You see, and now I want
to get me a little 23-year-old OnlyFans girl with a bright future.
And now girls are gonna grow up and they're gonna. I want to be an OnlyFans.
I know how to shoot content, dude. I can make you look good on camera, dude. I know how to promote things, dude. Holla at me. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but I just think it'll have a negative effect in the long run. It's kind of like when DeSantis changed the law over here in Florida that girls can't be 18-year-old strippers no more. Like, they have to be 21. Dude, now, business-wise, that was a bad move. But I liked it because I was like, yo, you know what? I think it's better for young women to get a job first. That's and then facts. If you turn 21, okay, so be it.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
It's true. And it helps because you don't have to, like, worry about them drinking.
Yeah.
That's always a mission.
Yeah, you know that's the biggest problem with them, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they drink, and then they take a pill, and then now you're like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, I mean, that's the thing with OnlyFans, dude. I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at the individual for taking the majority of the cake.
I ain't mad at them for knocking out the porn companies. I'm just mad that they're promoting it, and their lavish lifestyle is impressionable on young women.
Yeah, that's facts. Well, I can't argue with you on that. That's a fact. But that kind of shit starts at home, you know. With the parents got to be on top of the kids, making sure, you know, you sit your daughter down, look at who she's following on Instagram, look what she's saying, look what she's thinking, and explain to her, look, this is that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think kids should be allowed on social media, but the thing is, they are the core audience for a lot of famous people nowadays.
Yeah.
Like Kai Cenat, Sneeko, or Aiden Ross. You know, their fan base is majority kids.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. What else about the inauguration did you see, dude? Did you like? I saw Snoop Dogg and Nelly performed.
I saw that at the. I think that was
shout out to Nelly and Snoop Dogg.
And Soulja Boy.
Yes, Snoop Dogg is out. I don't like Snoop. I mean, not that I don't know Snoop Dogg, but what I'm saying, I don't like that he performed at the inauguration.
I don't like how 8 years ago he said whoever performs for Trump is a bitch.
Exactly.
And then now he performed for Trump.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. That's why I don't like it. Because he's not being genuine, right?
Yeah.
The Democrat Party pays people to promote their words, right? So, like if you think Plies doesn't get a check from the Democrat Party, you're crazy. If you think Fat Joe wasn't getting a check for talking about the Democrats the way he was, trust me, he was getting paid. Cardi B was getting paid. I don't know if today she's still getting paid. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so on. Both sides do it. It's not a Democrat thing, right? Just a Democrat will go after young hip-hop people, black entertainers, black actors.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? While the Republicans will pay Kid Rock or they'll pay, whoever.
And they don't pay for like, I don't think it's like in the same manner. Like the Democrats pay millions of dollars for just a speech of why you should be a Democrat.
Yeah, this is how I feel, right? So now I'm doing this. I'm not getting paid, right? It's a labor of love. So if tomorrow the Democrats tell me they want to fly me out to Washington and they want me to promote their shit, it's like, bro, I might do it because I'm poor and I need a way out. You know what I'm saying? But Snoop Dogg's not poor. You know what I'm saying? So I might do it because, like I said, bro, it depends how much money's on the line. Is this entertainment?
They give me $1 million, I'll tell them to vote for Kamala.
But everybody who knows me is going to be like, yo, Chris is a loser for doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Chris doesn't believe in that.
But you're going to have a bag, though, dude.
You know what I'm saying? But, me not having it would be the reason I would do it. But if you, Snoop Dogg, you got it. You know what I'm saying? So when you take the bag for the Democrat, it's because you should already be a Democrat and you should already feel this way. And now you're going to take your time and your social media and you're going to go to shows. You're going to go to Kamala's thing because you're getting paid.
In front of the White House.
Because you're going to get paid. And you deserve to get paid for your time. But you already feel that way is what I'm trying to say. Snoop Dogg is just, he's what they call, he's a hood hopper. You know what I'm saying? He'll make a commercial for Coke and for Pepsi. You know what I mean? Like he's so, you called black Republicans Uncle Toms and shit like that. And then you went and you performed. So. But shout out to Nelly. I like what he said.
And I like what Soulja Boy said.
Yeah.
He said, fuck them.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck them. They ain't doing nothing for me. Trump's putting money in my pocket.
I feel like Trump's the first hip-hop president.
I do too, bro. And then people are acting like this is new. Like, oh, yeah, he's not hip-hop or this, that. But, I think they forget the influence Trump had on hip-hop, where a lot of people made songs and said his name. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, people wanted, hip-hop artists wanted to be like Trump and have that Trump money. Yeah, and sure. He, back in the days, he used to live that lifestyle, that Playboy lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. 100%. No doubt. What else? Let's see. January 6th got released. Executive orders. Blah, blah, blah. Mass deportation, bro. I'm down with it.
I mean,
I'm down with it, dude. It's the only way to bring these houses down a little bit, bro.
I really don't know the effect. Like, I won't lie. I don't know the effect of it. I'm not against it, but I don't think I care for it too much. All right, I just don't want no more people coming in.
Dude, Miami's not a sanctuary city, right? And DeSantis takes everybody, most people, he puts them on a bus and he sends them to New York, Chicago, all these places. So you don't see it firsthand.
Yeah, you know that's probably what it is too. Because I never left.
But
Florida.
In New York City, these migrants are killing people, bro. They're committing crimes like a motherfucker, and that doesn't mean that migrants are bad people. You know what I'm saying? But you have to understand that the enemies of America emptied their prisons and mental hospitals into our country, dude. They really did that, dude.
Yeah,
it's not a joke, bro.
Yeah, you're right. I'm forgetting that aspect.
So those people are taking over apartment complexes in Colorado. You know what I'm saying?
And I forgot about that.
They're doing a lot of bad things, and those people have to go, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, Trump's saying that he's going to be doing mass criminal deportations. Let's see where that goes. But
I hope he could do it. I hope he keeps up with all his promises. Just from his executive orders alone, he already fulfilled a few promises.
Yeah.
So that was nice to see.
Yeah, because that shit with the Silk Road guy, that was a promise he made to the Libertarian Party.
Yeah.
Because that guy was like a champion. He was like a champion for them. That's something they wanted. They were like, yo, if we endorse you, we want this. So a promise made is a promise kept. And he's standing by his word. You feel me?
He's standing on business.
Yeah.
And all these the only thing is I was slightly worried about is the amount, like how many executive orders did he sign? Like 100 or something? Like and it's just like sometimes when the world, like when you do so many executive orders and they get implemented, like it really switches up the way we're living. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how that will affect my work when it's a hospitality business. So I don't know how it'll affect the world's pockets, you know?
Yeah.
Hopefully in a positive way, but I don't fully understand. Like, there's some executive orders I didn't even fucking understand.
But I don't see how you could lose, bro. Like, if you stop sending all the money in the world to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Right?
We're going to double up.
You stop the bleeding, the money bleeding into Israel and Gaza. You get them to stop, right? You make peace with Russia and China. You make deals with them to stop whatever they're doing, right? You start drilling for oil again. After Biden cut off all domestic oil, right? That lowers shit. I don't see how you could lose. Yeah. Like, how can your economy lose? You know what I mean? And you deport millions of people that are a drain on the economy.
Exactly.
Because these people are a drain on the economy, whether you believe it or not, dude. They are.
Yeah, especially when we're giving them food stamps, health benefits.
That they do all the jobs that nobody wants to do. That's BS.
That might be a quarter of the immigrants.
We
that
both
are coming
know
in.
that those people cannot work.
Yeah.
They don't have a social security number.
Yeah.
They cannot work. You know what I'm saying? So don't give me that they're boosting
and
the
they're
economy.
not supporting the economy because they're not even paying taxes if they do work.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, all your tax dollars are going to them. And
I mean,
in some
way,
I'm working.
I'm sure that they're.
It's not fair.
I'm sure they're supporting the economy as far as like building houses.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
But they ain't paying no taxes
because they're building new houses everywhere every day. 1 million houses for all these people that are coming into the country. You know what I'm saying? And these people are living 9 people in a house. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess maybe in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything else, it's a supply and demand issue. 20 million more people, 20 more million chickens need to get fed, need to get murdered every day. 20 more million loaf of breads need to be made. 20 more million eggs need to be farmed. 20 more million this, that, and then the price of everything goes up. You know
exactly.
Because there's a crazy supply for the things that our infrastructure cannot hold. But I digress. All right, we went over our time. I appreciate you sitting with me, Glizzy.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow us. Love y'all. Peace.